What up? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Live on YouTube, y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up. This is my first live on this channel. So, welcome everybody to my live stream. I'm Jay on a mission. Today I'm talking about becoming a better you. Becoming a better you. Yeah, buddy. I'm glad to be on live. I love being live on YouTube. It's amazing. Can't wait for the chats so I can respond to them. Yeah, buddy. What's going on, world? Let me know what's happening. I'm out here having a great day. Glad to be alive. Aren't you happy to be alive? I woke up this morning. Gotta thank God for that. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, I talk about all kinds of things. I love jokes. I'm a jokester. And so I've been doing a few interview style videos. And who knew I love interviewing? I'll get better at it, but you know, there's nothing better than to just get started and see where things go. And yeah. Let me know what's going on. Send me a chat. I'll respond. I'll read your chat. But yeah, today I'm talking about becoming a better you. Let me know if you can hear the music. I think I hooked up everything right. Hopefully I did. Forgive me if I didn't. So a little about myself. I'm in the construction industry. Also, I'm in studio production for an organization who airs their content live on TV and local TV and online. So I do that. I'm recently a streamer. Well, I've been doing it for a few months on a different channel, but This is a brand new channel. And yeah, let me know where you're watching from. Where you at? What's happening? Today's a hot day where I'm at. It's nice and sunny, but hot. I think it's like 100 degrees outside. Yeah, like I was reading stories about like I love entrepreneurship, and then I like to hear or read stories about how people went from having an idea and then starting their business idea, and then I love stories that are like from failure to making it big, you know, because every single person who has I mean, a lot of the people that have like big companies, they started off and they didn't you know, they had a lot of bumps on the road. They didn't do too well, but instead of giving up, they kept trying and trying, and then failed again, and then kept trying and failing, and eventually, you know, they started making a little progress, then probably failed again, and then picked up the pieces and learned from those mistakes, and then kept trying again until finally having a business that's consistent, and maybe not making a lot of money at the time, but over the years then ends up making a really, you know, really good money, and then after a while they become a very known corporation. And so there's like some articles that I was reading about that, and some that are, you know, famous people that we know, that we've heard of, like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. And so yeah, I collected a few clips of like famous entrepreneurial failure stories where, you know, that they just, their businesses went out of business, or somehow, some way, something bad happened, but they didn't give up. Because like a lot of the times we just give up and think, you know, well, that didn't work, I'm not gonna try anything else. But like there's this one story from Bill Gates. He started a company called Trafo Data. And so it reads, before Microsoft, Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded a company aimed at automating traffic data analysis for municipalities. It ultimately failed because state governments began offering similar services for free. But as we all know, you know, Bill Gates is built his Microsoft company, and huge now, globally, all over the world. And Steve Jobs from Apple, like he was actually fired from Apple and then rehired. So there's this story, which says, ousted from Apple after developing costly, unsuccessful products like the Apple Lisa, a server boardroom power struggle. That's my cat. Led to Jobs being fired from Apple in 1985. He used the setback to found Next, which was later acquired by Apple following his triumphant return. I don't know what I did, y'all. I got tangled over here. I got my headphone wire tangled up. Yeah. Another one is so yeah, that was Steve Jobs. You know, he got fired from his job and then brought back with a different invention. Ariana Huffington from the Huffington Post. Before launching the Huffington Post, Huffington struggled to get her work recognized, and her second book was famously rejected by 36 different publishers. Yeah. See, that's crazy, being rejected 36 times. Most of us, like, if we get rejected 2 or 3 times, that's enough. Like, we want to give up. And this lady didn't give up after 36 different publishers rejected her work. And that's why she now has the Huffington Post, famous worldwide, because she was strong and didn't give up. So, moral of the story, don't give up in anything, in business or in life or in a relationship. You know, when things get tough, don't just give up. Like, stay the course and everything will turn out fine. Everything will turn out for good in time if you are persistent and a good person. Nick Woodman. I was gonna say I don't know who that is, but he invented the GoPro camera. But I think he had a company named Fumbug, which failed. That was before the GoPro. So this article says the founder of GoPro had 2 failed startups, including a web-based gaming company called Fumbug that lost investor funds before a surfing trip inspired him to build his iconic GoPro. I feel like the microphone was loud. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, boy. Come on, people. Oh man, look. I've got 1 million people on the live. Send me some chats so I can read them. Henry Ford. We all know good old Henry Ford, right? Henry Ford invented the Ford Motor Company. And Henry Ford, wait, let me put up the music a little bit. There we go. All right, Henry Ford. He had the Detroit Automobile Company. His first 2 ventures went out of business or collapsed due to poor sales and high prices before he finally adopted his approach to fund the widely successful Ford Motor Company. So there goes another failure, the Detroit Automobile Company, but then he was able to successfully have the Ford Motor Company, and now it's a $1 billion company. And here's another one. Industrial and manufacturing pioneers. Uh, Sich, whoa. Soichiro Honda, rejected by Toyota. Soichiro Honda spent his early years creating a unique piston ring concept to sell to Toyota. Toyota rejected his design, stating it did not meet their strict quality standards. He returned to school, refined his engineering, and eventually won a contract, but his factory was destroyed by wartime bombings and earthquakes. He sold the remaining pieces of his business to Toyota and started fresh by attaching small surplus engines to bicycles, laying the foundation for the global Honda Motor Company. Okay, so he started with like more motorcycles, and then now they own cars around the world. And there's another one, Akio Morita, burnt rice cooker. So he invented a rice cooker. Apparently it burnt the rice. It burnt the rice, y'all. No bueno. Before building an electronics powerhouse, Morita and his partners released an electronic rice cooker under their early company name, Tokyo, not Tokyo, but Tokyo Telecommunications Engineering. The product constantly burned the rice and sold fewer than 100 units, becoming a total commercial failure. Morita shifted focus to magnetic recording tapes and portable radios, eventually renaming the flourishing business Sony. So Akio Morita is the one who founded Sony. But see, when he barely started, he had just started with a product to cook rice, and then destroyed the rice. Every time it would burn it. And so he pivoted. He was like, "That's not working. I gotta fix my product here. I'm burning rice." Yeah, and then there's King Camp Gillette. Years of failed inventions. I'm a little dyslexic, y'all, so forgive my reading here. Gillette spent decades as a traveling salesman trying to invent a product people would buy and throw away repeatedly. His early prototypes for a disposable safeguard razor were deemed mathematically and physically impossible to contemporary scientists. He spent 8 years in near poverty trying to perfect the manufacturing process before successfully launching the Gillette Safety Razor Company. Isn't that amazing? This man he spent about 8 years in near poverty trying to perfect the manufacturing process to launch Gillette Safety Razor Company. His name is King Camp Gillette. So there's hope, man. We're trying to start a business or whatever, a nonprofit, whatever you're trying to do, just keep trying harder. And doesn't matter how many times you fail. Oh man, my cat's biting me under the table. And all right, we also have James Dyson. He had 5,126 failed prototypes. That's insane. Most people give up in like, ow. Most people give up. That's my cat under the table over here biting my feet. Yeah, James Dyson, 5,126 failed prototypes. All right. So he had frustrated by his household vacuum losing suction, Dyson spent 15 years trying to build a bagless cyclonic vacuum cleaner. He went through 5,126 failed prototypes, accumulating massive personal debt and relying heavily on his wife's salary to survive. The 5,127th prototype worked, leading to the creation of the Dyson appliance. And now he owns a very profitable company, the Dyson company. Amazing. Who else says that? Amazing. Write me a comment. Let me know something. Where are you watching from? What's your name? What's going on? What part of the world are you watching from? Let me know. And then Walt Disney. He had a company called Laugh-O-Gram, and it bankrupt. Disney's first animation studio in Kansas City, Laugh-O-Gram studio, went completely bankrupt in 1923 because a local distributor cheated him out of his earnings. He was so broke, he reportedly resorted to eating dog food to survive. He packed his bags, moved to Hollywood with just $40, and created Mickey Mouse a few years later. That's crazy. Walt Disney, with his dream to have his business, he was so broke, he reportedly resorted to eating dog food to survive. And with only $40 in his pocket, moved to Hollywood to start Mickey Mouse, the show. See, that's incredible. That makes me feel better, I've never gotten to that point, but I've been close in pursuit of my dreams, Okay, we already read Ariana Huffington. Okay, this one says another one from Ariana Huffington says a little more than what I read earlier. It says 36 publishers rejected her. Before building her digital media empire, Huffington wrote her second book and had it rejected by 36 major publishers sequentially. Years later, when she launched the Huffington Post, it faced severe critical backlash and public mockery regarding its visibility. Yet it grew to become one of the most widely read news sites on the earth. See? So even if they laugh, it's kind of like my live right now. I'm brand new on here. I'm Jay on the mission, y'all. Thank you for joining. But I'm brand new on here, and I may not have a lot of followers, but I'm gonna stay on here, going live and doing filming entrepreneurs and people who've climbed up the corporate ladder. I'm going to be doing interviews with them all around the world. I already know of a few who've agreed, so I'm looking forward to those interviews. And yeah, the world will hear about me because I'm going worldwide, y'all. And I'm gonna do this until I die. Until I'm 80 years old or older. So ain't no stopping me. Please hit the like and subscribe, y'all. I would appreciate it. I definitely, I'm on here. I want to inspire people. I want people to get inspired and do great in everything they do, whether it's in their relationships or, in their business or whatever it is that you do. To keep going forward, moving forward, and stay positive. You may have doubting thoughts in your mind that you can't do certain things or that things are possible for other people but not you. And those are all lies. I believe it's like in the cartoons where they have like a little angel on one shoulder and a little devil on the other shoulder, and the little angel's telling you positive things and the little devil's on the other shoulder is telling you negative things. Well, I say don't believe that little devil. Just stay positive and know that it's all gonna turn out just fine. So we've got Michael Bloomberg. I think he's okay, yeah. Mark. Yeah, I think it has to do like with the stock market, maybe. Michael Bloomberg, fired at age 39. Bloomberg spent 15 years climbing the ranks at Wall Street. Oh yeah, investment bank Salomon Brothers, eventually becoming a general partner. When the firm was acquired in 1981, he was unceremoniously fired with a severance package. He used that payout to launch Innovative Market Systems, later renamed Bloomberg LP, which revolutionized financial data tracking. Oh yeah, okay. So see, he was doing good, then boom, fired. And that's after 15 years of being with that company, and then, but it was a blessing in disguise because he started his own thing, and now he's a billionaire, leading in the Wall Street. Stan Lee from Marvel Comics. Let me know where you're watching from. What's going on, y'all? Yay. I'm happy to be alive. Are you happy to be alive? I'm doing great. I love going live. It's my first live, but I love it already. It's my first live here on this channel. I had another channel that I was experimenting with, but I finally found my niche, y'all. It's all good. So yeah, back to the articles that I'm reading. This is my cat, y'all. He's over here biting my feet. He's a little shy. He doesn't even be on camera. Say something. Say hello. Look, hello. No? Oh. So yeah, Stan Lee from Marvel Comics. Mid-career despair. Lee spent nearly 20 years writing generic, low-budget comic books for Timely Atlas Comics. And grew so depressed by his lack of career progress that he was ready to quit the industry completely. At his wife's urging, he wrote one final comic exactly how he wanted to, creating the Fantastic Four and sparking the massive Marvel Comics universe. Kitty, why? Yeah, it's my cat. I don't know why he's like biting me right now. So yeah, I'm gonna read that one again because I was like over here not concentrated because of my cat. So yeah, Stan Lee from Marvel Comics. Lee spent nearly 20 years writing generic, low-budget comic books for Timely Atlas Comics, and grew so depressed by his lack of career progress that he was ready to quit the industry completely. At his wife's urging, he wrote one final comic exactly how he wanted to, creating the Fantastic Four and sparking the massive Marvel Comics universe. You see? Don't give up, y'all. Like, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna continue on everything I do. Charles Schultz, rejected by Disney. Schultz applied for an animation position at Walt Disney Studios as a young man, but was flatly rejected. His early cartoon strip, Little Folks, was dropped by his hometown newspaper after a short run. He re-engineered his characters and pitch, creating Peanuts, which became one of the most successful comic strips in history. So y'all, you gotta keep going, moving forward, becoming a better you. You gotta become a better you. Oh yeah. Let me put a poll up. I forgot about a poll. There you go. I'm writing a poll, and it says, becoming a better you, do you think it's possible? There you go. Let me know if you can see it. Yeah, buddy. All right, where am I? Where am I, y'all? Also, please check out Mentor My Steps, a nonprofit aimed to help young men reach their full potential. Mentor My Steps helps with life mentorship alongside sports coaching. Please visit the link in the description to sign up, to be mentored, or to make a donation. Every bit is appreciated. Oh my God. Kitty. I don't know, my cat's a little crazy today. He typically doesn't bite my feet, but I guess because he knows that I'm busy doing something. Yeah, boy. Oh yeah, and then I have some questions here. Oh, stop it. Got some questions here. What was the hardest part of starting your business? Yeah, so the hardest part for me was like putting an idea together, because that took a while. Um, I even remember getting office space when I didn't even have an idea of a business yet. I was hoping like the office space would inspire me. And then once I figured that that was not doing it, I like literally got rid of the office space because I was like, what am I doing? But that was many years ago. And then now, so now I did it differently. Like I came up with a plan and on how to like market everything and budget everything, and then started the business and got office space. But yeah, the hardest part at the beginning, years back, was to come up with an idea for a business. Um, oh, tell us about a moment when you thought about quitting. Um, hey, what's up, y'all? Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from, what's going on. Let me know in the chat. How's your day going? Is it hot? Is it cold where you're at? It's super hot where I'm at. It feels like 100. But it's almost over because we're in August. So, I mean, July. So, yeah. Yeah, so I have this question. Yeah, it's tell us about a moment when you thought about quitting. And so I never really thought about quitting the business. I could think of a time where things were going tough, but like not making too many sales and contracts not going through. Excuse me. And but I never thought about quitting. I just thought, hey, I gotta pivot. I gotta think of different marketing ways to make things better, to get my information out there to more people. But I never thought about quitting. Another question I have is, how did you push through that challenge? So I stayed focused and stood firm in knowing that it was only for a moment, and that business was going to pick up soon. At some point, it has to, if you do all the right things. What sacrifices did you have to make to pursue your vision? Sacrifices I made was spend less time with like friends and family, to like make more room to focus on my business. And so that's just something you kind of have to do in order to get things going and for there to be actual progress. Please like and subscribe. I need as many subscribers, please, because I'm just getting this channel going. It's a new channel and I need as many subscribers, so please subscribe. And like, have you ever experienced failure that became a blessing? And to answer that, yes. I now see that every failure in business and in life in general was to learn lessons and to become stronger mentally, spiritually, and more business savvy. Definitely. Yeah, like every failure is not really a failure. It's a lesson. You're learning, and so you could always learn from things. For next time to be better and to make a better, wiser decision. So yeah, don't ever feel like you're a failure, like you failed. It's another lesson, and you're not wasting time. It's time well spent because you'll improve for next time. So it's all good. What's going on, y'all? Let me know in the chat where you at, what part of the world what part of the world you're at, what's going on. What has entrepreneurship taught you about yourself? It has taught me that I can be resilient and creative, and that I believe in myself, that I know that I can accomplish things. I just have to stay the course, even though if things are not going how how I plan them to go. Everything is, if you stay the course, if you do what you need to do and stay focused, you're only bound for success. I believe that truly. For sure. How has business exposed weakness you didn't know you had? Well, I learned that I was weak in like certain things. But I educated myself, like in finance and many other things, in order to have a strong business and continue to have a better profit margin. All right, y'all. Let me know in the chat where you watching from, what's going on. Let me know something. Yeah, buddy. I'm just glad to be alive, y'all. Glad to be here, drinking my coffee. Failure is an essential part of the entrepreneurial journey. Some of the world's most successful founders faced devastating setbacks, from bankruptcies to being ousted from their own companies, but eventually building massive empires. Stop. Ow. I don't know why my cat's misbehaving right now. Ouch. Kitty, stop it. Alright. Yeah. Retail and consumer brands. So I have a few articles here about business owners who failed and then made it to be very to have their own huge corporate companies. And this cat's just biting the heck out of me. I mean, not like terribly. I call it love bites, but I don't know. I believe they're love bites. Let me know if that's normal, if your cat does that. Let me know in the chat. Yeah. Look, kitty. Here you go. Wait, don't get on my laptop. Stop. Alright. So I have another few more from failure to triumphant businesses stories here. So there's Roland Hussey Macy, which had 4 failed retail stores. Macy opened 4 district dry goods and retail stores across Massachusetts between 1843 and 1855. all of which collapsed due to poor local demand and financial mismanagement. He learned from his inventory and pricing mistakes, moved to New York City in 1858, and opened R.H. Macy Company, which grew into the famous Macy's department store chain we have today. Whoa. So he had 4 stores and they all failed due to poor local demand and financial mismanagement. See, but he persevered, he kept going, didn't give up, and now we have the Macy's department store. So that's amazing. There's F.W. Woolworth, frozen out of early jobs. Woolworth's first job at a dry goods store ended miserably because his employers felt he had zero sales ability and lacked the personality to talk to customers. His first independent 5-cent store in Utica, New York, failed within months due to poor location. He adjusted his model, added 10-cent items, and built the massive Woolworth's retail empire. Whoa. Woolworth retail. And Sam Walton lost his first store lease. Walton, he's the owner of Walmart. So the one who founded Walmart, the owner of Walmart, his name is Sam Walton. And he lost his first store. Walton built his very first Ben Franklin variety store into the most profitable franchise in his region. However, he forgot to secure a lease renewal option, and the landlord refused to renew it. Taking over the successful location for his own son, Walton was forced to leave town and start completely over in a tiny town, eventually founding Walmart. So look at that. His very first store, somebody pretty much took it away from him. He had to start all brand new again, and now we have the multi-billion-dollar Walmart. And Ray Kroc, decades of sales failures. Decades. Jeez. Kroc spent most of his adult life struggling as a paper cup salesman and a traveling multi-mixer salesman, facing constant financial anxiety well into his 50s. Look at that. While selling mixers, he stumbled upon a small burger stand run by the McDonald brothers. He bought the franchise rights at the age of 52, turning McDonald's into a global giant. Whoa, so Ray Kroc is someone who made McDonald's famous worldwide. Crazy, man. Stick to your guns and do what you're supposed to. Focus. Lock in. Lock in, y'all. That's what I'm doing. Excuse me. Nowadays. Thomas Burberry. Early rheumatism struggle. Burberry opened a small outfitter shop but struggled due to his own severe health issues, which limited his mobility. Determined to stay relevant, he focused heavily on creating outdoor sportswear that protected against the harsh British weather, eventually inventing gabardine fabric, building the luxury fashion house Burberry. Well, look at that. from the Kellogg's company. Everybody's eating Kellogg's cereals. So this is a story about Kellogg, the Kellogg's company. W.K. Kellogg. Kellogg spent 25 years working in the shadow of his famous brother, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, managing a health sanitarium that burned to the ground in 1902. While experimenting with leftover boiled wheat, he accidentally left it out, causing it to go stale and flake. He defied his brother's wishes by adding sugar to the flakes, launching the Kellogg Company at age 46. Whoa, look at that. Kellogg's was started by a person at the age of 46. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, man. Become a better you. That's today's the name of today's live. Becoming a better you. Let me know where you're at in the chat. What's going on? What do you think about the chat so far? About the live so far? I have like a lot of different topics to talk about. Got a lot of little articles here. And so yeah. I'm Jay on a mission. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember that that strength isn't about never struggling. It's about continuing to move forward despite the struggle. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this live with someone who needs to hear it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And please check out Mentor My Steps, a nonprofit aimed to help young men reach their full potential. Mentor My Steps helps with live mentorship alongside sports coaching. Please visit the link in the description to sign up to be mentored or make a donation. And my cat is biting me. Hey, stop it. And yeah, thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.